This is a capitalistic country, which means that the only way it works is if you're getting into debt on stupid stuff, not smart stuff, stupid stuff, and you keep buying stuff. So what do Americans do? They buy stuff they don't need with money they don't have, and they put it in storage facilities. Correct? It's a program. So as a consumer, this is what breaks so many people. You see, I started as a consumer too. That's what my program. When I went to learn to trade the stock market, here was my first thought. And as a consumer, tell me if this isn't the first thought. How much does something cost? That's your first question. Next question, can I afford it? Those are your two questions. That doesn't work in business. So I'm sitting there in front of a stock in Seattle. I put my hand over the mouse and I'm shaking. I'm thinking, I want to make some money, but what if I don't? I could lose. How much can I lose? I'm going through all this thinking, but nothing's happening. I'm just shaking. You're not going to make money that way. My mentor, Richard, goes, are you going to ever push the button? I said, yeah, maybe someday. He goes, why aren't you pushing the button? I said, I'm afraid. Afraid of what? Losing. He goes, well, let's fix that. You're going to lose when you're in business or in life or in the markets. You're going to lose. You got to get over it. Here's the reason you're not going to push the button, because you don't know how much you're going to lose. So he asked me, would you be willing to risk $1 to make $3? Raise your hand if you agreed. That was pretty good. Okay. I said, yes. He said, watch. What's the stock trading at? $20. He said, let's put a stop loss in at $18. That means I'll risk $2. That's okay for me. But for risking $2, I need to make $6. That means my target's $26. If it goes down to 18, I'm out. I lost 2. If it goes up to 26, I'm out. I made 6. I could do that. I started pushing the button, started making money. Okay, there's more to it than that, but you get the point. So here's the questions you got to ask as a consumer. No longer, how much is it? Can I afford it? Ask these questions. Number 1, what's the price? Well, let's say the stock's at 20. What's it worth? That's critical to understand. If it's worth $40 and it's trading right now at 20, should you be buying it? And if you don't have the money, don't make the damn excuse, I can't afford it. You say, where do I get the money? Because that's going to go back up to 40 and get you 100% return at some point. It has to return to its norm. So what happens is you think differently. By the way, if it's at 20 and the stock's worth $10, even though you can afford it at 20, should you buy it? This is how most people lose their money in the market. They don't know what they're doing. They're buying overvalued stocks or positions. So watch. We know that the value is and the price are two different things typically. Then we ask the question, what's the return on the investment? How much can I make ROI on this position and in what time frame? Is it going to take me 3 months, 6 months, 2 years to make this return on investment? And then final question, what's my risk and how do I mitigate it? Now, if you ask those questions, do you think you're going to get different answers? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Now watch this, guys. All wealthy people do differently than anybody in this room. I don't care if it's Oprah, Richard Branson, Damon John. The only reason wealthy people make a lot more money than the masses is because they understand how to make better choices.